The word legend is tossed around a lot, but when your likeness is used for the logo of a professional sports league, you're in a class all your own. NBA and Olympic champion, all-star, executive of the year, the literal face of the league, Mr. Clutch.
The West Virginia native played for the Mountaineers and led them to the 1959 NCAA title game, where they lost to Cal. He won a gold medal a year later at the Olympics in Rome, before the Minneapolis Lakers took West with the second overall pick.
Jerry West once averaged 46 points a game for an entire playoff series. That's still the most ever in NBA history, and yet that stat alone doesn't even begin to explain what he was as a player.
You can't measure him by points, rebounds. You have to measure his impact on the game, which is really hard to do. But when we look down here at the floor, it's the logo, it's him.
Veteran Boston guard, watch West, he taps it away, tries to beat the clock, beats the clock,
just an absolute giant. His impact on the game over the years is maybe as great as anyone's ever has.
Three-time All-American at West Virginia, won the gold medal in the 1960 Olympics, played 14 seasons, all with the Lakers, was an all-star, every one of them. He, in fact, was first-team All-NBA 10 times. He was two-time NBA Executive of the Year. He was a magnificent outside shooter at a time when that was not nearly as valuable as it is today.
He was bold, he was innovative, he was thoughtful. He really just embodied, I think, NBA excellence.
He's one of the greatest players who have ever graced the game of basketball, one of the greatest basketball minds we've ever known.
There wasn't a better clutch player in the history of the NBA other than Jerry West.
1 second, West throws it up. He makes it. West threw it up and makes it.
He had a foresight of seeing things before it happened.
He's intense about winning.
Great defender, great scorer, great ball handler, great teammate. Probably one of the highest IQ basketball players that I've ever been around. He taught me so much about the game.
Jerry was the type of player that, would embarrass you. He was so quick and fast. I mean, he'd just blow right by you.
That's Jerry West. This fella can shoot a little bit.
He was the guy I did not want to play with because he was so quick and he could leap and he could get to a spot and all of a sudden he's up. You don't even have time to get up and try to block a shot.
I always wished I could have played against him as a competitor. Michael Jordan.
The Celtics are doing everything they can. They're double teaming and triple teaming Jerry West, and he's still getting the baskets for the Lakers.
In 1972, Jerry West led the Lakers to their first championship in Los Angeles, overcoming years of heartbreak.
The Lakers had won the NBA championship.
Leading the Lakers to 9 NBA Finals in his 13 seasons. To this day, still the only person ever to be named the MVP of a Finals that his team lost.
He's the only
Which
player
is extremely impressive.
Well, nobody ever does that.
Yeah, no.
In a losing course.
You got to the point where you'd want to shoot it because you thought you could make it. Just throw me the damn ball and get away from it.
He's a foundational core of the league for 60 plus years.
If you are a young person, look up what this man meant to the world of basketball today, and you might be surprised by what you find.
I just hope that kids that talk about Curry, kids that talk about Jordan, talk about two guards that played this game, he's one of the originals. If you look at his two-dribble pull-up, it is one of the most beautiful things we've seen in basketball, and some of the greats have definitely borrowed that move.
probably the most successful guy ever in NBA history. When you think about his resume as a player, absolutely off the charts, Hall of Famer. He's in the Hall of Fame as an Olympian. He will now go into the Hall of Fame this fall as an executive.
His contribution to the game of basketball is unmatched.
Jerry was the most influential person in my career when I first came to Los Angeles. I mean, we spent a lot of time together, a lot of time.
My years in the NBA is an ultimate challenge in your life. Brought a lot of thrills, a lot of excitement, and I think that's what, if you love basketball, as I've done all of my life, that's what the game is all about.
You know, they talk about Magic and Kareem and Kobe, but he's the real Laker legend.
Recently, I was trying to explain to my 16-year-old son, who's obsessed with basketball, about Jerry West. And he said, Dad, okay, I get it. Jerry West is one of the GOATs. And I said, no, he's one of the gods.